Hi everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of May 2019. I do hope that this video finds you well. Thank you all so much who continue to support this channel with your likes, shares, and subscribes. I'm so very grateful to be part of this beautiful and growing YouTube tarot community, so thank you so much. It means the world to me to just hear your stories and to hear you sharing your experiences, so definitely comment down below as well. It's amazing to see this beautiful community grow. Thank you. Before we begin, I do like to just disclaim that these are general readings, meaning that not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you. It's going to be up to your own discernment for you to figure out what messages fit for your life and what is meant for someone else. Also, not all of the energy that comes forward is going to be in the proper role, so something that might be presented as an energy for a third party or another person could actually be your own energy. It could be flipped. If you're also cross-watching for a Libra that you know, you might be that other party as well, so keep that in mind. If for some reason this reading doesn't really resonate, you are more than welcome to check out your moon or rising sign. I have all of the signs available on the May general reading playlist. And there's also many other gifted YouTubers who do tarot readings, and I'm sure there is a messenger out there for you if I'm not that person, but I'm sure regardless of how much the story fits, there are definitely messages that you need to hear, and that's why you're here today. Before we begin, I do also want to share that I am going to be doing love readings at the mid-monthly love readings. So at the middle of the month, you can kind of expect that to come in around the 15th, regardless of whether you are single, in a relationship, married, divorced, whatever situationship, I don't know. There will be something for everyone, so definitely keep your eyes open for those. I believe that is everything right now. I do also have all of the astrological information that I will note throughout this video as a blog post, which you can find down below. It can just be nice to have as a resource on hand. So I was tuning into your energy, kind of clearing the deck. For those of you who don't know, I shuffle the deck before each sign, and that's how I've determined the order for these videos. And even though you came out last, I just kept shuffling until a pile fell out that was indicating you, and you came out as the Empress. So you're looking pretty good right now, Libra. This is a really nice card. Things are just very much in order for you in a lot of ways, and it may not seem like that because there were two other cards that came out. We do have this Ten of Swords in reverse and the Six of Swords. You might feel like things are a little bit rocky, that you're kind of transitioning right now. You're between lives and you're trying to figure out what's next for you. But what I'm really getting this overwhelming sense of is that you really should appreciate where you have been. With this Ten of Swords in reverse, you had come out of a situation that was really, really painful, and it's been a very long process. I'm feeling like for a lot of you Libra, it's just pulling these swords out has not been an easy task. But with it being in reverse, this tells me that this is behind you. You're almost done healing from whatever this trauma was in the past. And you are moving forward, even though you're still in some choppy waters here. You are moving into calmer waters. Things are easing up for you, and you really are coming into just this beautiful, amazing place with the Empress. I feel like you're really stepping into your power, and you're looking very attractive to a lot of people as well. You're definitely catching some eyes, I have to say. And you're also just feeling very, very abundant. There's just a lot of beauty around you right now. Whether you feel that yet or not, you're definitely headed in a good direction. So I do hope that comes as a bit of good news for you. That's just kind of it for the pre-read. I do also want to just share that we still have a lot of planets that are moving through Aries, even though we are out of Aries season. They're going to be trickling into Taurus throughout the month of May. And that's going to be bringing a lot of... It's a good time to close out things you've been thinking about with relationships, dynamics, patterns you've been becoming aware of. And I think it's just, if you've been having some relationship problems, it's just because these things are being highlighted for you. And this doesn't necessarily even need to be romantic relationships. This could be co-workers, business partners, even just people you're very close to, people that you work together with on something. It seems like you're moving out of that phase and you're moving into something smoother. We do also have a lot of outer planets that have gone into retrograde. I mentioned that last month as well, but just really quickly for those of you who don't know, we have Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter all going retrograde. Pluto and Saturn are both in Capricorn, so there's this big emphasis on the ways that we rise to power and achieve status and the way that we build our lives. And with the retrograde in Sagittarius with Jupiter, that's very much a time to look forward. There's a lot of forward thinking, big picture thinking, trying to plan for the future. That's going to be for the collective in general. So if you find yourself feeling a bit lost at sea, perhaps, with that Six of Swords, it's just, don't get too worried about that. It's just, it's something that does need your attention, but it's just coming to help you find your direction. I feel like you're getting close to where it is you want to be. You're getting close to that next phase of your life, and it's a really beautiful phase. And I think that's pretty much it. You can definitely check out the blog as well if you want a more thorough picture. My notes are by no means exhaustive. I'm not necessarily an astrologer, but I do feel like these things go hand in hand with each other, tarot and astrology. So definitely take a peek at that. It can give you a better time frame for when things are going to happen too. I think I'm just going to set the space, set the intention, and then we will begin your reading, Libra. Okay. I was actually told to shuffle 6 times, which is quite excessive in my books, but whatever. What is the general reading for Libra for May 2019? What are the general messages for Libra for May 2019? What are the general messages for Libra for May 2019? What are the general messages for Libra for May 2019? What are the general messages for Libra for May 2019? What are the messages for Libra for May 2019? All right, let's see what we got here. Nice. So we have this Ace of Wands, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Four of Wands. A lot of fire, all these wands here. This is a lot of fire energy, so there's a lot of passion. I do feel like with this Ace of Wands, there has been some sort of renewed passion in your day-to-day life. This could be at the workplace or at home. It could just be with people you see every day. This feels like this feels more just like your own energy. You're kind of having your spark relit. You're being reignited. And that's beautiful and amazing. I do see with this King of Wands in the reverse, there could be someone from the past who is kind of coming up in this situation now, who's coming up in the energy for May. This could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, someone who is kind of self-centered. They're not really thinking about other people. They're so caught up in what they're passionate about that they end up hurting people. And even if they care about someone else, it's almost like it's more their feelings that matter than yours. This could potentially be someone you are dealing with. I do, however, see a nice celebration that you're thinking, something you're looking forward to, or something that had already happened in April. It seems like there was this new stability, this beautiful leveling up, graduation into something new. Some of you might actually be graduating. It is that time of year after all, and you're just kind of finishing things up and things are looking forward. It does seem like some of you are feeling a little bit burnt out with this King of Wands in reverse. This could very well be your own energy. and you might just be feeling like it's almost like you have so much energy you might be trampling over other people, which is interesting for Libra. So I guess that's something to be mindful of. I honestly do get more the sense, however, that this is someone else for a lot of you. So it does seem like there was some sort of fire sign from the past, and they may have come in and been making an offer for passion or said something really passionate and tried to woo you off your feet, and they might have been talking about your relationship or trying to do something, move in together, or to recommit to something, or to get married, I don't know, something to move on, to go forward, even though this person hasn't come up totally mature or totally in their power at this time. It seems like they're trying to give you a lot of themselves. So that's interesting. And this could also still happen in the first part of May. I'm just curious to see what the animals have to say about this situation. What is the animal wisdom for this energy? We already have Cobra that came out. So this is interesting. I think I'm getting this now. So Cobra is about pausing, waiting, meditating, hovering before striking. It's a very wise energy. This could potentially be come in the form of a teacher, someone who has a lot of wisdom that they can share with you. I do feel like now that I have this Cobra card, it does feel like what this King of Wands is, you're not necessarily acting yet. You have a lot of potential with something, you have a lot of ideas about something and a lot of energy to work towards something, but you haven't necessarily taken the action on it yet. You've been waiting. And that's actually not necessarily a bad thing if that's the case. That actually almost seems in alignment here. I feel like it's a good time to really think about what it is you want to move forward into, how you want your life to look, how you want this home to be, this stability that you're going to be moving towards. And you are gaining your energy here. You have this new beginning here. Very interesting. I'm curious to see what we have for the first half of May. Wow, so we have a lot of water now. We have a Three of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and this Page of Swords. I think someone has a love offer coming in. Someone might be celebrating. They might be going out with friends. They might just be having a good time. This is a really nice card. Again, celebration just seems to be very strong in your energy here, and just doing the things you love, being around the people you love, and getting a lot of just good energy all around. This could also be someone from the past meeting up with old friends, or perhaps old lovers or romantic interests. And you know, with this Knight of Cups in the heart of the heart of the beginning of May, it does feel like someone is definitely going to be making a love offering. Someone's going to be interested in you. They might be asking you out. This could be someone new. I almost get the sense that this is someone from the past or someone you've known for a while. They might just come out of nowhere and be like, hey, do you want to do something? It could almost be a friend. This is coming across as potentially a water sign, so they could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. They could also be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, so another Libra. I am feeling like this could also be just you moving into the things you want to do. Your intuition is very strong. Your emotions are actually in a very good level place at the beginning of May. They're going to even out here, I think. And you're going to be in a very just lovely celebratory energy. This is just great. I love it. And with this Page of Swords, I feel like communication is very direct. You're very excited. Mentally, you're looking forward to things. Things just feel very, very positive for you in May. This is wonderful. This almost feels a bit more like your energy, to be totally honest. Again, some of you might be communicating with another air sign, but this just feels like you ready to go on a new adventure, ready to start something new. After all of this fire, it's like finally time to take flight, to take movement here. And I feel like you're just up for any challenge. It's amazing. That's great. I feel like for a lot of you, okay, so what I'm kind of getting for some of you is that you're ready to love again. That's actually kind of coming in pretty strongly. And I think, however that manifests, it doesn't necessarily need to be romance. I think we overplay romance in our culture. There's a lot of different kinds of love. You can get this from friends, you can get this from family, you can get this from all sorts of people, from groups that you care about, organizations. Wherever there's groups of people, I feel like you're just going to have really good interactions with people all around, and there's going to be a lot of new potential and a lot of new people that are coming in. So that's really exciting. What do the animals have to say about the first part of May for Libra? I gotta say, I'm a Libra rising, so I do hope that this applies for me too. Yeah, so awesome. We have Hawk here. This is all about communication. Again, this could be someone coming back from the past with the Hawk. Someone who's coming from far away. You might get some sort of message electronically, or a text message, or a phone call. This could also even come through in the spiritual form, so you might be getting intuitive hits or downloads. You might be getting messages from the other side, just really feeling spirit watching over you. And this is a very beautiful card. There's a big change that's coming for you, Libra, and it feels very, very positive. And I think you're starting to see it at the beginning of May. And there's just this wind of change about you and about the air around you, and it's so, you're ready. You're so ready. This is great. I love it. And you're seeing a lot of things pretty clearly, and you might even be overwhelmed with the clarity that you're getting. It might be so much at once. It, it's beyond what you even expected, but it feels mostly positive. I'm really not getting a negative read. I've given lots of negative readings this month, and I'm really just not getting that sense for you. I rather be honest than just, spike up views and tell you what you want to hear. I do feel like you're just moving into a really nice chapter here. I'm now taking a peek at the second half of May, kind of the trajectory for where everything is going. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be all coming into fruition by the end of May, but it's kind of just where the natural progression is leading you. So we do have this Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups in reverse, and this Three of Wands in reverse. So again, I feel like some of you there's just this sense of return. With this Eight of Cups in reverse, you've had to go up this mountain by yourself. You had to really have some spiritual moments, some solitude here, and I feel like you're finally coming back down. You got what you needed from this experience, and this could potentially also be someone else in your life who's coming in, someone very near and dear to your heart. I do also see with this Nine of Swords, there is potentially some anxiety towards the end of the month, some trouble sleeping, restlessness, pervasive thoughts or distracting thoughts, and you might be a bit caught up in your head here. It's almost like this fear of this is all too good to be true is kind of the impression I'm getting, and you're doubting it. You're not really sure if this is real. And I do feel like, yeah, return. It keeps coming up very strongly. The word return. With this Three of Wands in reverse, I'm getting this sense that you've been looking for something to come your way, and it might not necessarily come in the form that you expected. And that's almost why I get the feeling you're not trusting it here. I do feel like you might be looking more towards the past, actually. It's almost like for some reason something is bringing you back to the past by the end of May. There's something that is bringing you back to this almost, I want to say nostalgic is actually a word that comes up, which is interesting. I'm not really necessarily even saying that in the cards, it's just the energy I'm pulling from all of this. And it's just this feeling of nostalgia, this feeling of looking back, and I think seeing all where you've come from, you know, all of the things you've gone through. It's almost like now that you've gotten this beautiful new beginning, it's like there's just one final level of healing that you need to do. I am curious to see what the animals have to say, but I do have to show you really quick. As I pulled up the deck, I saw the dolphin at the bottom. This is a time of healing. This is a time of profound blessings that are coming your way. There could potentially be new love as well. Dolphin always travels in pairs, so it's kind of a soulmate card for me. So that's really interesting. But let's see, what do the animals have to say about this energy, the second half of May? That's way too many. Got a lot of messages coming in, Libra. What is the animal wisdom for Libra for the second half of May? There we go. Crocodile. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a cool off period for you. This is going to kind of be waiting for things. And, you know, crocodile is very much about waiting for things to come to it. It's going to conserve its energy. It waits for prey to come, and then it snatches it up at an opportune time. I do feel like this is a good time for you to meditate. Also, for those of you who do yoga, to practice crocodile pose. That could be very helpful for you. It just seems like it's very interesting. I think whatever sort of realizations you're having in the first part of May, it's going to really shift the way that you look at the world. And it's almost like you're going to be sitting there and just kind of taking it all in, drinking all of this in by the end of May. It doesn't feel bad. And again, I'm noticing at the bottom of the deck here, we do have Otter. So there is definitely something to be celebrated. Even though things are slowing down towards the end of May, there's some anxiety that's coming up. I do feel like it doesn't necessarily need to be something you're that worried about. I think you just need to cool off and recharge and regain your strength. I also noticed that we just were at 2222, so that is a master number. Some of you are going to be teacher. That actually came up, spiritual teacher. That was coming up kind of in the past energy with Cobra. I do feel like there's just this very big, some of you are building something very beautiful. You're stepping into something very new, and I think there's someone who's going to be teaching you how to do that in the month of May, and you might have already met them in April, or you might have just shifted your perspective in some way, and now you're actually thinking about how to make this, all of this beauty that's coming in, how you can actually build this into your life. And maybe that's why you're kind of reflective and a bit more quiet towards the second half of May. You're kind of readjusting here. There may also be, I just want to say really quick, there may also be canceled plans towards the end of the month as well. That's just something to be mindful of with that Three of Wands. But I'm not too worried about it. It seems like whatever's happening, it's all very much to your benefit. And this is just very, very beautiful, Libra. I'm very happy for you. I am a Libra rising too, so I'm happy for both of us. Wow. I'm really not, I'm not getting any more messages right now. It just, things are looking really good, so don't worry about it. Whatever's coming your way, you're going to be in a really good place. You're going to be able to deal with it. And I think you're getting a lot of new insight, a lot of spiritual awakening. So yeah, I do hope that this video was helpful. I hope it resonated with you. Definitely comment and hit like and subscribe. Let me know how, what's going on for you and what you hope is going to change. I do also have links for personal readings and for donations if you're interested in either of those. I do also have an Instagram account where I post infrequent collective card readings and pick a card reading, so if you're interested in getting more divination that way, definitely follow me on Instagram too. Otherwise, I think that is everything. I will see you next time. Bye, Libra.